Welcome back to another episode of Wreck Nation. This is part 2 of the track sled build. In this episode, we're going to work on getting the bulkhead removed from the tunnel. And then we'll start working on building this into a chariot to pull behind the track sled. So let's get started. All right, the first step will be we're going to pick this thing up to get to the bottom side. There's a bunch of rivets underneath there. So you can see under here there's a bunch of rivets that are holding this on to the tunnel. We'll show you that up close. So the first step will be getting a drill and drilling all those rivets out. Okay, I'm going to show you a cool little trick. Rivets are all out, but they're stuck on here. What you gotta do is take a pliers, switch it into reverse, hold on to that with the pliers, and they come right off. Okay, the rivets are all out. Next step is it's got these footholds on here. There's a couple screws and bolts to hold it on. There's one here, here, and here. And it looks like another one up under here. We're going to take those screws out. Okay, so after finishing up that saw job of the Sawzall, we got the bulkhead off the front of the tunnel and we put it behind the tunnel where it will be to get pulled by the track. First issue you can see here with the location of the skis, they're too far forward of the front here and they're hitting on the back and they're too narrow. I actually have them open so it'll fit there. And that's got to be able to pivot independent of this. So we'll have to figure out a way to get the skis off and move them back further on the chariot. So that'll be up next. Okay, so it looks like there's 2 bolts that got to come off, and then you can pop off the steering arm, and then we're going to try to drive them out the bottom. So we'll see if that works, just using good old-fashioned force. Or smash your fucking screwdriver, if that ain't a bunch of shit. Skis are off. Now I think the next step, we're going to make a little cradle because we want these skis to stay straight, not turning. So what we'll do is I got some square bar over there. We'll run a piece of square bar across, make a little cradle and set this on top of that. And then we can weld it to the frame we're going to make and then pop rivet the belly pan back onto it again. So we'll get started working on that. Get this out of the way. Figure out the width that we wanted. 30 inches wide. Looks like 30 inches. So we actually have some C-channel here where we'll use this to make the cradle. First step is I got to wire wheel this up. It's pretty rusted, so it won't weld well, but that'll hold it for now. square. Let's check if she's level. It looks pretty level. Good, she's gonna get. See if we can just get that to tack and go from there. Okay, looks like that's tacked well enough for now. Now we can move on to the other side and make sure we get the right width. Okay, so we got the front one tacked on pretty good. We're going to work on making rear support so it sits across the two. This was the old steering stem. You can see this one I already have sawed off, and I notched it so that this angle would fit here. Now we got to do the same to this side. I'll give you a closer look at what that one looks like. So you can see how it's kind of notched. So it fits, there you go, so it fits in the groove of that channel iron just like that. And we'll weld that down, do the same to the other side, and then we can mount it to the bulkhead. Looks pretty good. Doesn't look too bad. We'll go ahead and tack that one down as well. All right, we'll trim this one to match the length of that one and finish welding her up. Okay, we got the platform made for ski carrier to mount the bulkhead onto. We'll give her a test here. Seems pretty good. Yeah. And the suspension works too, so it I think we'll be pretty good. Next thing we'll do is we'll take the bulkhead, use some of the pre-existing holes, and we'll drill some into here and we'll pop rivet it back on. All right, got the pop rivets, pop rivet gun, drill bit. Let's see how she goes. Oh, Every time. Okay, pop riveted back on. Seems like it's on there pretty good. We'll put her behind so you get an idea what it looks like. Now we can start mocking up and working on the seat platform. Hopefully you like this week's episode. Join us again for another episode of Rec Nation. Have a good day.